department at the KG section at Ittihad private school, and I'm right now the acting principal there. Today I'm going to share with you how at Ittihad we involve parents. And involving parents does not mean we involve them in a few things that happen during the year. Involving parents start from the first minute they come to school for an interview for their kids, then the involvement starts. When they see how much we care and how much we communicate and how much we can help them, they will be really involved. And it never stops, because at every step during the year, there's something that needs parents to be involved in this. So, first of all, parents. Sorry. Do I need to raise my voice more, or is it clear for everybody? Yes. Fine? Okay. First of all, as anything new, when parents come in the first day, they come with some anxiety inside of them. You all notice that. Because it's human, it's human nature. Every one of us, when there's something new, we have some anxiety. What's going to happen? Will my child like the school? How is the school going to treat my child? If my child has some difficulties, will the school help me or not? And our role is to lessen this anxiety and bring it to zero. The school's role is to make parents aware of their role as parents, not just for being a mom and a dad, because they have a very, very important role in their child's education. And they don't have to know the language of their country. And we'll see how. And how to teach them. Because let's say parents are university graduates. They're perfect in English, but they cannot teach the language for their kids, or they cannot help them at home. They might help them in a way that contradicts what we do in school. That's why our role is to make them aware on how to do it at home. Using very simple means, very simple means. So, the result of this homeschool connection will definitely be success. Because the school alone cannot do the whole job. Some theories say it's 50-50%, like the school has 50% responsibility and home has 50%. Well, according to my observation and my experience, I've been in this field for the last 21 years, and I will tell you it's a 30-70. 70% is home and 30% is school. When parents are really involved in their child's life, not only in their education, the child is a success story, and that's what we're going to discuss today. Okay, we all know that every child's personality is highly affected by his relation with his parents. If it's a relation based on trust, if I'm trying to raise confidence in my child, he will grow up to be a confident, responsible person. And of course, the opposite is true. If I'm very authoritative with my son, he will grow to be just a follower. Excuse me, this is very distracting and it's very noisy. So please, leave the door to be closed. Sorry. Spending quality time is very important. Quality time with their kids. They don't have to spend the whole day, because some parents work and sometimes both parents work. But if it's quality time, I read a story to my child, I play with my child for a purpose, then it is an important time that I'm spending with him, and I will instill in him so many values and so many things with just a tiny little game. And here, we see parents, they buy a lot of gifts and a lot of toys for their kids, but the real love is not there, the real attention is not there, and that's, again, a major problem. And it really affects the kids. Parents who are involved in their child's life at school and at home will get excellent results at the end. I'm not saying something new, I'm sure you all know it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that we tell parents all these things from the very beginning. We tell them them that the school will not play the whole role from A to Z with your child. You have to be there day in and day out. So it's not only us who will make the success stories. It's not the grade report that the child gets at the end of the year. Okay? It's a whole year cooperation between home and school that will bring out the success that we're looking for. Okay. The first thing I try to involve parents in their kids' education is the workshop I have for parents at the beginning of the year. The workshop I have for parents, I call it For the Love of Reading. And for the love of reading, during that workshop, I show parents so many ideas on how to work with their kids using very simple toys and very simple things that we have at home, but we don't really know how to use them. And the most important thing that I stress on is how we teach reading in English and of course in Arabic, so that home and school work parallel. We don't do something at school and they do the opposite at home and the child is confused. How will I read this word? Alright? And we will go through this in a little detail. As you can see, I have some pictures and words here. Of course, you will not, in the pictures, you will not see parents. Moms don't like their photos to be taken. Most of you know that. So it's mainly me talking to them, facing them and talking to them. Alright. Our kids now in the KG are going to be the leaders of the future. And the 21st century skills are not what we are doing right now. It's something we aspire for and we have to work very hard on. Because, for example, kids are rigid. No, they cannot be rigid. They have to be more mobile. They have to flow freely. They have to move around. They have to explore. They don't wait for me as a teacher to give them the task. They don't wait for me as a mom to give them the task to do. They need to explore. They need to find out. They need to ask questions. So these are a few of the 21st century skills that we try to instill in our kids, and we have to make parents aware of them, because the kids who are 4 and 5-year-olds now, in 20 years, they are going to be the leaders. How will they do it? If they're still learning with the classical way that we used to do, and with the authoritative figure of the teacher or the parent who's standing there giving them orders, they have to think. They have to find the answers. We try to share as many innovative ideas as possible. You will not find a huge number of parents coming to the workshop, but those who care will come. And those who did not come, I will pursue them. I will follow them. I will send them my handouts through email. If they come to ask questions, I will go again through my PowerPoint, show them the toys, show them the things that they can do. So I never stop. I never give up. I don't say, oh, I invited 200 parents and only 30 showed up, so I'm not going to do it next year. No, I'm going to do more every year. And I'm going to hope for more number of parents to come and show up. So my workshop is all about reading for the love of reading. This is the first workshop that I give to parents at the very beginning of the year to make them aware. The most important thing I focus on is how to build a bond between the parent and the child. And it's very important. I can build a bond through reading a story. I can read it, I can tell it through pictures, as I have here some samples for you to look at when we finish. Or I can do it with a book, or I can do it with a nursery rhyme or something before he goes to bed. So this is a bond. It's not just teaching him. I play a game with words with my child. I make his environment very picture-rich and print-rich. If I had time, the whole room will be filled with pictures and words. This is what I encourage parents to do. And I don't ask them to do or to write or to find the pictures. I give them stuff on a CD. I give them the words, like the beginning sound, the words with lens, the high-frequency words, everything colored with pictures, with everything on a CD. because I don't expect parents to have time to look for these things. So I prepare them for them. The only thing they have to do is just print it out and put it, display it all around their child's room. Sorry, a must in every home, in every house, is the alphabet chart, the alphabet map. I have a sample here in my bag. It's a must. The parents, every parent should have one at home. It doesn't have to be big, small, I don't care. They buy it, they print it. You know, we're so lucky now. 20 years ago, it wasn't easy to do all these things, but now it's very easy. You can get them in a second, just going through the internet and print it out. So simple. Now, I'm going to go through details on how we teach letters, blends, high-frequency words, or what we call sight words. Because this is how we teach reading. And this is what parents need to be aware of when they are studying with their kids, when they are reading with their kids. Why am I focusing a lot on reading? Because we have a very comprehensive reading program at a private school. Every day, every student gets a story home. He reads and he comes back the next day to read it with his teacher and to get a new story or a new part of a story, depending on the reading levels of the child. So the reading program doesn't happen once a week or twice a week, it happens every day, 5 days. And parents are responsible to read with their kids at home and sign the register and send the reader next day, and so on and so forth, from the beginning of the year, from October until May. And of course, we encourage reading to go on during the summer. And that's why we give summer kits, summer CDs with many high-frequency words, blends, readers that are scanned, so parents don't need to go look or buy anything, it's there. I will go to the next point after, to the next slide, sorry, after finishing the last point. We do encourage creative writing, inventive spelling at this stage. We're in the KG, we're not in grade 5. We're not so keen about spelling the words perfectly. No, we're keen on ideas. So if a child writes, I go to school, and school he writes it SKL, I don't care. He's thinking, he's writing. I don't want to inhibit all that in him by telling him, school, is this the way you spell school? No, it's wrong. No, I'll never do that. So I need to tell parents the same thing. I want them to know that their kids need to think. Spelling will be corrected. A few years from now, they don't even need to write with a pencil. They can do it on the computer and it does the spell check for them. Who cares about spelling? We care about imagination, about ideas, about being very, very creative. This is
The letter in English has 2 shapes, capital and small. The name is A, the sound is A, like apple. The name is B, the sound is B, like bat. The name is C, the sound is K, like cat. Letter C, it has 2 sounds. It has a K sound and a S sound. It all depends on the vowel that is following it. So it's a K if it's followed by an A, an O, or a U, like cat, cut, cut. And it's a S if it's followed by an E or an I, like cell and circus. But what we teach in KG2 is the K sound. Okay? The name is D, the sound is D. The name is E, the sound is F, like egg. The name is F, the sound is F. The sound is not F, the sound is F, like face.
So, as you can see, I gave them the list of each letter having 2 shapes, its name and its sound. I'm stressing the name and I'm stressing the sound because we stress the name when we do spelling and we stress the sound when we do reading. So, when the child wants to read the word cat, he will not say C-A-T, cat. He will say cat, cat. So it's sound, 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 and he blends the sounds and reads it out. But when we go for spelling, how do we spell cat? He will go C-A-T. So it's very important to differentiate the name of the letter and the sound of the letter, and how we teach reading using the sound of the letter. Of course, I have here the handouts. They include all the activities that we're going to talk about today and more, the ideas. They include websites and what is it called, iPad applications, okay, that are very useful for the kids to use to learn reading and writing, and of course the letters of the alphabet. This is the English version, and I have an Arabic version of it, and how we teach letters with sounds in Arabic as well. Okay, so it's the same handout in English and in Arabic, depending on what language you prefer. Of course, I provide this is a part of the handout that I provide for parents. I provide the whole workshop for them, like the handout in English and in Arabic. And I do the workshop in English and in Arabic. That's why I had cut it, because I do the same slide in English and I do the same slide in Arabic. Because some parents know the Arabic, they don't know the English, and vice versa. So it caters to all their needs, because I want this message to get through. So have the
Do you
questions
do them on the same night? Do you do like a...
Can we just keep the questions until the end? I'll come back to you. All right, I'm sorry. We just have to go on. The second thing we teach are the blends. So please, can you play that?
In addition to the letters, we're taking blends. We blend with A, E, I, O, and U. When we blend, it's the same sound like at. We change the beginning sound. N, ma, s, sad, h, hat, bat, cat. These letters, he has to sound, blend, and read one word. The third thing that we teach are the high.
I just want to point out that when I give parents these blends, I usually have the blend itself in one color and the beginning sound in a different color, because I want the kids and the parents to realize that now we're focusing on et, wet, set. So I'm changing the beginning sound, but the et is the same color. Again, let's use another blend. For example, egg, fig, wig, pig. I have the picture. I have the beginning sound with a different color and the blend itself in one color, because we teach it in one color. It, egg. Okay? Et. All right? Can we continue, please?
Frequency words or sight words. High frequency words, he is not supposed to say the. No. It's a sight word. He has to look at the word and say it. It's like the word is like a picture in his mind. You know, his eyes are a camera. He takes the picture of the word the, and he reads it wherever he sees it. What, see, have. There is a long list of the high frequency words. Of course, you will take them.
Okay, we will stop here for a minute. And again, the high frequency words don't have to be in black. The high frequency words can be in any color. All right? And I have them displayed around the classroom, and the child can have them displayed in his bedroom, if the parents are interested and if the parents are really working towards their son reading at an early age. Now the most important thing, and you saw the exaggeration, I said he's not supposed to pronounce each letter and then blend the letters. This has nothing to do with blending. Sight words are just like I said. It's like your eyes are a camera. They take the whole word as a whole picture and just read it as it is. Because if he says il, k, f, how will he read the word like? I mean, it's confusing. So that's the difference between blending and sight words. And this is again very important, because these words we take throughout the year. For example, in KG1 we have 23 words, in KG2 we have 52 words, high frequency words. So we cannot decode them. We have to just learn them as they are. We will have questions at the end. Sorry, we just have to go on. Next. I'm going to show you one of the games that I show to the parents. You know the oven mitts? They're very simple and very easy to buy and easy to find. And with blends, we need 2 of them, and then we need the third one for the beginning sound.
In These are oven mitts. I can put my letters there for the blending, and I can make a story. For example, the it was very, very sad and lonely. He didn't have any friends. So he saw Gut walking by, and then and Gut became friends. They went to the park, they played together, and since then they became ik. So the sound I blended. Alright?
Of course, I'm sure you have tons of ideas that you can share with the parents, but these are just a few ideas that we can share with the parents, and the kids would love to have these things at home. Because anyways, they're available at home. The only thing you do is just have the letters, and I on purpose, I have the letters handwritten, not typewritten, because the mom can just write the blend itself and just put it on the mitt. It's not a big deal. Now, I have a few ideas that I want to share with you. I'm not going to play a lot of videos because this is time consuming, and as you all know, we have only 30 minutes for our presentation. This is a tray, okay, and I put salt in it. I didn't put sand in it because, you know, sand has dust and most of the kids are allergic. So salt is very safe and it's very good because it has iodine in it, and it's very good for their skin as well. So when I'm writing something, instead of writing it with a pencil and a paper, I can use the salt tray. It can be any color but white because the salt itself is white. And for example, the child is writing the word cat. So he will finger write the word cat on the table. Of course, I cannot show it to you. And when he's done, he can erase it and write another word. He can use it for math. He can use it for Arabic. He can use it for anything. It's so simple. It's at home. There is salt at home. There are containers like this at home. So he can do it easily. The second one is, I'm sorry, I wanted this to be higher. I'm going to use the shaving foam. I'm sure many of you use it at school. I encourage parents to use the shaving foam if they have a mirror in the bathroom. Okay, they could use it on the mirror, or they can use it on aluminum foil, or they can use it in the bathtub. If the bathtub is, again, any color but white, okay, because it will not show. So I'm just going to put a little here. Okay, this is what we do in school now. If you want to add more fun, you can add some paint to it. All right, so just I will smear it a little bit. All right, now I need to write something. So again, finger writing. Cat. Imagine if the parent does this with her child before taking a bath. He can practice his high frequency words, the letters that he learned so far, okay, and then he goes for a bath. It's safe, it has a good smell, it's soft, and it's fun. That's the most important part. It's fun. I transfer the fun from the school to home. The sleeping mask. Okay. How do you think we use this? Or I encourage parents to use this and teachers. Instead of having a nightmare when the kids have spelling, okay, and instead of keeping each child or seating each child on a separate place so they don't copy from each other, I just go through the high frequency words, for example, and then I say, who would like to put on the mask and come to the board and write it without looking at it. This means that you're very good. You learn the words. You don't even have to look at the word. Same thing can happen at home. The child can wear this and he can write the words. So he's learning them by heart without the fear inside him that, oh, I might make a mistake. All right? The color-coded words. As you saw, all my words, I have pictures next to the words, but all my words are colored. If I'm stressing the blend, then the blend is colored. If I'm stressing the beginning sound, then the beginning sound is colored. If I have a high frequency word, then the whole word is colored. I don't use black and white. Rarely. I rarely use black and white. That's what I encourage my teachers to do. That's what we have all through the years. We only have colored words. And we give parents all these words to take home as well. I have this. One of our teachers, her husband he likes to work with wood. So she got us these. You know the word builder. The word builder is available in all the teachers' kits. You know, you get this cardboard thing, you know, and it shows where to start and where to stop, and you can insert the cards to spell a word or something. Okay, you can go one step further and do it from wood. Okay, and we paint it with different colors depending on the color of the table, for example. And then they can build words using different letters, or they can build phrases or sentences or whatever. So this is the high frequency word the, and a picture of a cat. So the cat, and then the bird, and so on and so forth. So it's not just writing with a pencil and paper or using salt or using foam or whatever. He can use pictures and he can write words. What is the best toy? What do I advise parents to buy? The best toy that will teach them reading, math, reading in English and Arabic, math. What's the best toy? Any ideas? Okay, the best toy that I can give my child at this early stage is blocks, wooden blocks. It's so important because it teaches all the concepts that I want to teach them. Below, above, over, under, between. Two parts will make a whole. It teaches them math, it teaches them reading, because when they read, they have to realize what's over and what's under, especially in Arabic with all those dots and diacritics and all that stuff. So when they practice it from an early age, when they come to school to learn these things, it's a piece of cake for them, because they've been practicing it all along. Now, if I feel that these blocks are very rigid and dry and they don't have any color in them, what can I do? I can add life to them by getting animals, cars, trees, miniatures, anything you can think of. Any props, if I might say, that you could think of. And the child, let's say he will build his own farm, his own street, his own yard, anything. Alright? So this is the best toy that I advise all the parents to buy for their kids as early as possible. Of course, we have different kinds of blocks and we have different sizes and different colors, but I advise the small and the big. So that's the best toy you can give to your child. It's not an iPad. And I encourage parents to have a reading corner in their child's bedroom. It's very important. It's not just having pictures and words all around. It's having books all around. And it's shopping for books. Like we shop for toys and we shop for clothes. Why don't we go shopping for books? Why don't we spend time to shop for books with our kids? That's a very important thing that we can do. If we don't want to buy books, then we can borrow books. We have public libraries all around Dubai. So they can go there and borrow books for their kids. I'll move on to the next slide. Now, as I said, and I will repeat, every child will get a CD. The CD has everything. Alphabet, every alphabet. I have for every alphabet all the pictures that you could think of. I have all the blends with their pictures, high frequency words, enlarged and colored. And of course, the asset is when the parents take this, they can change the color of the word. They can play around with the colors of the words with their kids. Now that's again a fun part. I'm extending this activity further with them. Okay? And these are just a few examples. It has all the readers that we do in school. All the readers are scanned. They are there. So the child can take the CD along with him. For example, when they travel, he can put it, read a story like when they're traveling. It's not like a big box with books and stuff. No, it's just a simple CD. They can copy it to their laptop or they can copy it to the iPad and the child can read along. Now, the last thing I want to share with you are 2 success stories of parents who really care, and now you will see what their kids are doing. And these parents share those pictures with me and I really cherish them. Because whatever we're teaching at school, if the parents don't show appreciation for that and don't take that a step further, their kids will just be at the same level where they are. They will not improve. They will not progress. I will share with you the bakery and the diary. Of course, I ask parents to get their kids' diary. I'll copy storybook, any pad, any writing pad, anything that they can use to write their diary, their daily experiences, and now you will see it in English and in Arabic. And the parents are encouraging it. That's the most important thing. I mean, this doesn't cost much. It's the parents and how they approach these things. Okay, this is one of our students. She decided that she wants to have a bakery or a bake sale at home. So she planned with her mom every step, from the items that she's going to sell, the prices that she will put on each item, who is she going to invite, and how to handle the whole thing, even writing, welcome to our bakery, and on the purple one, you can't really see it. She wrote like 10 dirhams for this and 5 dirhams for that, so she wrote the prices there. Now, first of all, she's applying the social skills that we learn in school. For example, she asked her cousins and her siblings to line up so they can buy the stuff, to say please and thank you, which we do every day. But now she's applying them, just doing a simple activity. Of course, there's a big thank you and a big smile. The math skills, buying, selling, taking money, deducting, plus, minus, addition, subtraction, all this is happening in a simple activity. Why? Because the mother is encouraging it, and the mother is involved. Now, it was a long day for her. She was standing all the time, and she really worked hard for a purpose. What did she get at the end? She collected around 90 dirhams. Those 90 dirhams were so precious to her. I'm sure her mom gives her much more than that, but those dirhams she worked hard for, and she didn't spend them, she spent them responsibly. So she went and she chose a few things, and she calculated how much will I pay, how much will I have left from these 90 dirhams. So this is a great success story showing how the parents' involvement is really affecting their kids' education. This is another girl. She asked her mom for a diary, and her mom got her a diary. And now she's using creative writing and inventive spelling. She has a free space to write and to draw. No one will tell her, you did a mistake here, you shouldn't do this here, you shouldn't do that there. And as you can see, she wrote the day, Tuesday, I play with my brother. And of course, she's documenting what's happening, because this is a diary again. Okay, so on the 26th of December, and it was a Wednesday, she wrote, I had my mother to clean the room. You see, she's not, there's no focus on where she wrote the letters, any mistakes. Who cares, as long as she's thinking and writing. And now this is in Arabic. She wrote here, Mama qalat sanadhab ila al-bar, which means mom said we're going on to the field or on a field trip or something like that. So she's writing in English, she's writing in Arabic. Her handwriting is not perfect, who cares? Her spelling is not correct, who cares? Her ideas are there, she's being creative, she's writing, she's expressing herself and her emotions. That's what we care about. Now here, there's a few spelling mistakes, but it's excellent because I see the cat in my home. Do you know where it go? Okay, no, K-N-O-W. All right, she wrote no. Again, on where it go or where it went or something. So we're not focusing on mistakes. We're focusing on ideas. And this is the creativity that we are instilling in our kids. Creating future leaders does not happen overnight, and it's not only the school's responsibility, it's a joint contract between the school and the home. Now, the parents are not only involved in their kids' education when they do reading with them, because parents are involved in so many things that go on throughout the year. They help us out in our weekly assemblies, National Day, Sports Day, Mother's Day. We have a book week coming. So we have muffins with moms. Moms will come and read with us stories. Donuts with dads. Dads will come read with us stories and enjoy some donuts and coffee at the end. So parents are involved in everything we do. We have a puppet theater. One of the moms made us a puppet theater, and the kids are using it almost every week, doing puppet shows on it. So all these will instill a positive effect in the child, and the child will feel that school, my mom loves school. So again, it reflects on him. Okay? My mom comes to school, my mom helps my teacher, my mom is there. And I'm always saying my mom, because you know, dads are not really involved, they don't have the time for it. So it's mainly the moms. Now the best way to end this workshop is a word from the Holy Quran. The first word in the Holy Quran was the word read Ittihad. And this is how I end my workshop for the parents. It's the most important thing. It's the key to success, and it's the base for all learning. It's reading. So if you start at an early age and we do it in a fun way, then we get our run. I will not stop with the workshop I gave to the parents on reading. My next workshop is about how to choose toys, what are the most important toys that my kids need to have, and how to develop the fine motor skills of the kids. Because these kids are the iPad kids, so they just use one finger, or they don't use their hands properly. And when it comes to writing and cutting and manipulating things, it's a big challenge for them. I would like to thank you all, and I'm ready for your questions. Please, you had a question, the lady at the back?
My question was, when you do these workshops, do
Yes.
you do it in English and Arabic on the same night, or do you have them separate nights?
I do them on the same day. I do the English and Arabic on the same day.
But are they separate?
If no, on this, it's like the same time. I'm saying how we
translate.
read this, and then I will say it in Arabic. You know why? Because I have very few moms who only know English. So it's not convenient for me to just find the time again to repeat this workshop for them, number one. Number two, many moms know both languages, so they really benefit when you repeat the same information twice. Other questions? We had a question here for the Arabic something. KG children, yeah.
Writing, English or Arabic?
Both languages. Both languages, yes. That's why we said it's a free space for them to write. My dear, it's not allowed for this age. I understand. It's not allowed for this age, but again, you
Is it
think...
KG1 or KG2?
I'm talking about KG. I'm talking about pre-KG. We start from pre-KG, but we don't have the reading program except in KG1. We start in KG1. But the thing is, if they say it's not allowed and they shouldn't do it, okay, what is the alternative, number one? And number two, why shouldn't they do it? If we do it in a fun way, why shouldn't we? Well, that's very good. But let's always encourage inventive spelling and creative writing. These are the English handouts and these are the Arabic handouts. Any more questions? Thank you. Thank you very